Okay, so as I said, they did a good job. Like the grass is green and trees are all nicely trimmed. The only big problem with this, and this is what they're screaming out at me for, because they look healthy. All the plants look very healthy. I mean, you gotta say, they probably like they do spray probably for insects, but they also they probably do fertilizer nicely and stuff. The thing of it is, what they're telling me is they're not. They prefer to be on the other side when there's no cars. This thing, there's so much traffic in. And they're, like a human being is breathing in the stuff, but they're usually walking by and back and forth. And up there, they have the windows closed and they have air conditioning, probably air filters, But now these guys, right? They have to breathe in the shit that comes out of these cars, right? And they're breathing it in. They need CO2. What we produce, they have to breathe CO2, and they take out. Basically, they give us oxygen. So this tree is giving us life, right? Right. This tree is giving us life, right? So, it itself, like right now it's telling me. Let me see. It says, "I really wish they would have planted us somewhere else, not where all these cars are constantly passing by. We're breathing in not just your CO2, but their stuff, and that's getting us sick." So they're saying, like, if you want to plant trees like this, don't put a high traffic zone. And any place with a high traffic, don't put trees, man. Don't put plants, man. Put them on the other side, Put them on the other side, because they don't really like this stuff. Hey guys, have a good night. So they're saying, they're over there on that side. There's room between where there's cars, and that roadway, all the way down. So there's a good place to put the trees. But on this side, where all these cars coming by, these poor things have to breathe this thing in for ever, in their minds, because it's not until you go away, and these things go away. And you know how the CO2, if you sit in a room, right, for an hour, breathing in the stuff, not the CO2, the carbon monoxide, sit in a room, right, closed ventilation, breathing in this stuff for an hour, you'll be dead, right? So stuff coming out of these cars, right, is literally will kill you within an hour, right, of breathing it in, right? Now, these poor things, right, they're giving you life, right? They're giving you oxygen. These trees are giving you life. Without these trees, right, you wouldn't exist. Right? Now, without you, right, there's other animals that will give the trees CO2, right? But without these trees, you wouldn't exist, right? So they have to breathe in this carbon monoxide, the shit's coming out of the back of a car, all day fucking long. Meanwhile, they're giving you oxygen, right? So now, the oxygen they're giving you think it's going to be tainted by that carbon monoxide that's coming into them, So you're getting carbon monoxide twice, right? Breathing it in yourself from the cars, and breathing it in little pieces of it that are stuck in the oxygen that are coming to you, right? That's what they're telling me. So a really good idea is to not plant trees like this next to where there's a high traffic. Because just like it would kill you being in a room for an hour, the stuff coming out of the back of that car, right? It would kill you, right? If you're breathing out. These trees, they're breathing in this stuff all day long. And while they look healthy, what they're telling me is they're not very healthy. Not at all.